Hey guys, today we're going to be printing our own gold Bitcoins. Stay tuned and we'll show you how that's done. Crystal Films and iMagic Ink have actually sponsored this video, and they gave us some free films to try out this video. You guys, they're supporting us, so I'm going to send them over to you. So check them out in the description below. To do this process where we print our own gold, you need to get an iMagic Ink foil varnish or a hot varnish. You'll need your favorite foil and your favorite color. This is gold iridescent, what we're working with today. You need the Crystal Films Discharge film, Crystal Films A film, available in sheets or rolls or whichever you might like. We also need Crystal Films B film. This is the laminate on top to make your print transferable. And of course, a laminator, which you can see right here. All that's available at jaceprinters.com. We'll have direct links in the description. Okay, so this process takes a special varnish. It's not your normal varnish. This is a hot varnish or a foil varnish that is given to us by iMagic Ink. It's available at jaceprinters.com. If you want to see this process, it's kind of like a hot glue. It's really awesome. And you replace your traditional varnish for this. You can still do normal UV DTF with that, but it's not quite as glossy as the traditional varnish that you might have. Also, I want to note to print this varnish, we need to adjust the intensity on your lamps. Typically, I suggest 0 intensity on the front knob, 20 intensity on the back knob. For the foil varnish, we put it up to 50%, so 50% power, otherwise it won't cure correctly for the process. So make sure your lamps are on and at 50% for the foil varnish. First thing, we'll go ahead and get some A film. A lot of people don't realize this, but I like to just use the real rolls. Some people don't like the rolls, but it's available in sheets if you prefer not to deal with the roll. So roll off enough A film and cut it. Set this out of the way. Okay, so this is the A film. This is the sheet that we actually print on. It's a 2-piece film right here, and you can see you can actually pull this apart and we can reveal a glue or a sticky substance, and that's what we're actually printing on. This is just protecting it. It's kind of like a tape upside down. So we're going to place this on the machine like so in your zero point or your 0 position. And if you have it, you can just turn on your vacuum table. If you don't have a vacuum table, you can use double-sided tape or tape this down. We're lucky enough to have the vacuum table, so we'll turn this on. Sorry for the noise, but the vacuum table is on. Now we will go ahead and peel to reveal the glue. Okay, so we already have the file prepared. It takes a special way to do this in Photoshop. We like to do a spot channel. If you don't know how to do a spot channel, or set up your special second spot channel, we have a video just for that. You guys can reference that up here, or maybe here. I don't know where it's going to show up, but somewhere up there. Okay, so now we just need to go ahead and print directly on this. I like to use the setting in my spot channel settings to be with the 3-head printer, 0 density on varnish and 0 density on white. I'll show that better in the spot channel setting video if you guys want to see that. If you're printing on a 2-head printer, you may want to turn your white up to maybe 50%, and then your varnish is 0 if you're using a 2-head printer. This is a 3-head printer. So we'll go ahead and focus the crystal film that we're using and to the print head right here. Make sure you do not rub that adhesive because there is a glue on it and it will stick to the bottom of your print head. It won't be very pretty. All right, looks like we're ready to print. Hey, pro tip, when you're not printing your varnish, if you're not printing varnish for whatever reason, turn your lamp off. On this 6090 Pro from Jace Printers, there's a button right here. We can press to turn off the lights for the varnish, so while it's printing, the lamps don't shine. If you don't have that, go to the dials at the top and switch them both to 0. This keeps the LED light from reflecting off of your substrate to the bottom of your print head and clogging up your varnish print head prematurely. All right, so turn off the fan. And the print looks pretty good. We need to be careful when we pick this up. So actually, before we move this over there, let's go ahead and set up the laminator, because we're going to need to use the laminator for a couple different processes for this. I actually have found that we might need to use more than one laminator just to make the process easy if you're going to print a lot of crystal film. Let's go over here and get it ready for the discharge. Let's bring this with us. So this is the discharge film, and I loaded it up on the laminator. If you need help figuring out how to load stuff up on the Laminator, we actually have a video on how to assemble and use the Laminator. We'll put a card up here, mention it in the description. But this is our discharge film. You're not going to be able to see it, but you can feel one side is a little sticky, not much, and the other side's really smooth. So the side that's sticky has a little glue, a special glue on it. I don't know, some magic from the crystal film working with the iMagic ink, and it's going to discharge. So if you guys do AB or UV DTF with AB film, you should stick around and see what the stuff does, because it's about to blow you away. So we'll go ahead and put that on here, and we'll load this up in here. I like to pull this down. And then we have an Airbnb in town that actually set these cards on our cash register, and this card stock is about perfect. So it's the only reason I let them have them here, because the card stock's about perfect to load these in. So I like to pull this out, and we'll push this up to the roller, and then we'll load and suck it on and back. As it comes through, make sure you grab the back of the film, or it'll start cooling up over your rollers, which you won't like. Okay, so we go ahead and take this. For the discharge film, it might be unique to yours, but with our machine, it's around 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. So we set this to 40, 50 degrees Celsius. This has been sitting for a minute. It's already gotten the temperature, but we want to wait a few minutes to make sure it is the temperature before we go to this next process, or again, it won't work how we want it to work. So we'll go ahead and pick up our A film, align it, then turn on our roller. Make sure we pull this film out on the back side, or it gets tangled up and it makes a big mess. Just cut that film off. Now we're going to reverse the film back out, because I've got a switch. This is where I think that having more than one laminator, if you do a bunch of foil, maybe 2 or 3 of them would be best, but we can do it with one, and that's what we're doing. Okay, so you notice on these images, I made a yellow images here, and we did this because we're gonna be laminating with gold foil. This is actually an iridescent gold, it's kind of cool. And everywhere that is yellow will be gold. The colors greatly affect the way that your foil reads. So gold's a little yellow, so we print yellow. If we're doing silver, we would want to print silver, and pink would be pink. So we printed these up here for you guys to check out. One is going to foil over it, the other one's not, so you can see what I'm talking about on the differences. Okay, so now what is really awesome, which a lot of people that do UV DTF don't even realize, is this is a discharge film, and then we'll go ahead and discharge. So we're going to get rid of all extra glue that's on your A film, which is annoying. So we're going to get rid of that, and it's really easy now that it's been laminated. Then we'll just take this at a sharp corner, and then we'll just pull this off like so. Pretty easy to do. Just watch and make sure nothing gets pulled up. Make sure we don't lose any of our little tiny letters, which can be a little difficult. So now we're left with only the ink. The stickiness is gone on our A film. So pull all that off, left the ink. So now we're to the second step, which we're going to remove the discharge film by reversing our laminator. And we just coil the extra up, okay? We're going to lift this up, get our little screwdriver, just remove these little blue things. By the way, don't leave just yet, because there's still a couple important steps that we haven't mentioned yet. Watch to the end of the video, please, and we have a really cool surprise at the end of the video I want to show you guys and show you guys all about. All right, let's go ahead and get this film on there. You'll see one side is not the color you want, one side is the color that you want. We actually want to laminate this over top, like so, of this film. So we're going to load up our laminator. This is where I quickly realized I need more than one laminator. Okay. Again, thank you to my Airbnb host down the road. We'll just load this the same way. Be prepared to take and pull the side out. Okay, turn that off. To do the lamination of the gold foil, we need to raise the temperature from the 40 to 50 degrees to about 90 degrees. So I'll raise that now, and I just realized that I didn't wait a few minutes for it to heat up. So we're gonna wait for this to heat up, then we'll run this. So now we're gonna take this that's been discharged with no glue on it. We're gonna put it in here and just laminate it. Make sure again to always pull on the back side or it's gonna coil up and just makes a mess. All right, now let's simply expose the gold, which is the whole purpose of what we're trying to do, which is before this, this film was impossible for a printer. We'll just take this film and we'll just simply, at a sharp angle, pull it off. All right, so you can kind of see we have a gold texture there. There's multiple different kinds. Up here, we purposely didn't put the varnish on this one, so you can see that the color that is behind the gold makes a big difference to in front of the gold. If you want to be more of a true gold color, go with the yellow. All right, there's one more step we need to do, and that's to make these usable and transferable. So we're gonna discharge, or not discharge, we're actually gonna take the gold back out, and now we're gonna put in our B film. Now we have the B film loaded in there. They typically say to run B film about 100 degrees Celsius on this laminator. So we'll just bump it up from 90 to 100. And now I'll just set this in here and laminate. Again, be sure to grab that backside. Okay, so this is ready for the customer. If you're happy with your results, you just take your scissors like a normal UV DTF and cut these out. Okay, so this is ready to transfer and apply like any other UV DTF sticker. Let's apply it right here to the laminator bed. If you notice, I'm pulling the A film off of the B film, not the B film being pulled off of the A film. So this is the lamination on top. Okay, so now we'll position this in here by eye. K is supposed to be crooked on their logo. So, like so. Okay, then remove. So that's the final product of what we just did. We just printed our own gold and applied it. Thank you, Crystal Film, for sending us some film to try out and show you guys. Check the link in below. You can see where to get this stuff. It's quite cool. Oh, this is where I want to show you. Not only is it gold, we could get red foil, green foil. I think there's like 30 or 40 different colors. They have regular gold foil. What we were doing was the gold iridescent, so I had that rainbow iridescent on it. And silver, all kinds of different colors. Stuff that you're not able to print, make it so we can print. All right, look at this, guys. We printed our own gold Bitcoin. If you'd like to get your own free gold Bitcoin, our next 10 viewers, send us a message or in the comments and we'll get you a free one sent over. I'd like you guys to check this out. So this is the gold that we printed. So everywhere we put the spot channel, the second spot channel, we printed gold. We didn't print gold or over top of the colors. So if we don't stick varnish here, it's ready to go. So this is actually pretty powerful. You can intermingle gold within a color and your imagination is the limit. So thank you to iMagic Ink for the foil varnish and so we could do this video and show you guys how this is done. So it's really awesome. Okay, well, I think that's it. Thanks, I'm Jay. Thanks for stopping.